Hey girls, welcome to the supplement edition of Truth versus Trends. So if you are somebody who is feeling a little bit confused, if you're feeling frustrated by the amount of money that you're spending on supplements and kind of guessing like, well, I guess I'm supposed to be taking this. If you do not have any idea what science actually says about what is necessary, if you don't know how to read a label, all of those things we're going to answer. So by the end of this video today, you're going to know exactly what supplements are necessary. You're going to know exactly how to read a label to tell if it's a good supplement or not. And then I'm also going to give you a little 4th of July party strategy at the tail end so that you feel like you can enjoy your food and your fun and stay on track with your weight loss. So when you come on, just say hi to me. You know I love it. My sweet friend Lily is here, my client, and Kim is here. Hi. Okay, so let's go. The first thing that I want to tell you, you're going to want to come through the screen and punch me. But I have to just keep reminding our generation that there is no magic pill that's going to fix your issues. That is why these are called supplements. They're supplementing an already good nutrition strategy for weight loss and for health. It's supplementing habits like good sleep. So for instance, I can give you a vetted science-based supplement will increase or help to increase your energy, but in no way is that going to replace or make up the difference with you getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep every now and then, broken, and you take this pill and I have energy. No. So I really just want to highlight that. These are supplements. They are not fixes. So that's first. Secondly, I want to really let you know that you've got to talk to your clinical team. You ask your nurse practitioner, ask your doctor what is safe for you to take for obvious reasons. Number one, these supplements can interact with medications that you're already on. So let's just be really careful and do it the right way and ask your clinical team, is B12 good, or do I need vitamin D? So don't just take what I'm saying and say, Coach Patty's a nurse, she said to take this. No. The other thing is I'm a purist. I like blood work. So I don't for instance, even though the statistic that about vitamin D is that something like 88% of Americans are low in vitamin D. It doesn't mean that you are. I'm not. So I'm one of the weirdos, and it's because we wear so much sunscreen and we're never outside, all of those things, right? But do not assume that you're part of that 88%. And let's say you're normal and you're just assuming you're not. You start taking vitamin D and guess what? You're now in excess. So just be very, very careful. There is no magic pill, number one. Number two, talk to your clinical team about a specific plan for you and what your supplement should be. Now, having said all of that, there are supplements that can help us, right? So that's what we're going to go over today. There are supplements recommended generally for women over 40 in perimenopause and menopause that have been proven. And that's the third thing I'll tell you, is that everything that I'm giving you is not a trend. It is not influencer-based crap. It is everything that I ever give to my clients. My whole program is designed like this. Anything I give to you for free is based in evidence, what we call evidence-based science. That means that there has been enough testing and enough proof that we can say, well, it might be good for you. No, what I'm giving you today is boom, this works. This is necessary, etc. So that's what you need to be doing for yourself as well. And I'm going to teach you how. How exactly is it that I can be sure I need it and that it's good, a good product? So, okay, any comments or questions so far? They come kind of late, I believe. Okay, you ready? Number 1, folks. Speaking of vitamin D, let's go there. So vitamin D3 is a supplement that is highly recommended for most of Americans, again, because we're super low. So what that is all about, and this is what I'm going to do for each supplement, I'm going to tell you the function of each one. It is about bone health, immune function, listen to this, mood regulation, and hormone balance. So if I have a lot of clients who are D3 deficient, they've been prescribed D3 and they don't take it. And then they complain that they feel tired all the time. So guess what my job is? Okay, I'm going to keep you accountable until you're back in the habit of taking that D3. So just realize that if you feel symptomatic like that, where you feel wonky, you don't have any energy, go get blood work or start taking your prescription. Number 2, because we're going to go quick. There's a lot of them. The magnesium family. There are, I don't even want to guess, there are an absurd number of magnesium derivatives. Here are the 3 that science recommends that women over 40 could benefit from. Number 1 has changed my life. Magnesium glycinate. It's good for sleep. It's good for anxiety. It's good for muscle relaxation. That's what I needed. I was getting, and I still fight it, anxiety at night. It's probably something to do with cortisol and my circadian rhythm and all that crap. However, and I need to be my own coach, but magnesium glycinate curbed that for me. Number 2, magnesium threonate, THREO-nate. And by the way, if you're not on my email list, you need to get on there because it's not, I don't sell anything in there, but you're going to get a whole cheat sheet with this stuff. You need to hear me explain it first because it's not going to be explained in the email, but you're going to have something as a quicker reference. So if you're not on my email, DM me your email and I just get you in there. It's easy. Magnesium threonate it has superior, out of all the magnesium families, brain blood barrier penetration. So it actually affects the neurology of your brain, and it gives cognitive support. I used to give it, my kids are like me, they struggle with anxiety, and it helps with anxiety in our experience. Magnesium malate, M-A-L-A-T-E. That's about muscles. You probably know this, like muscle cramping, energy production, fibromyalgia. Patients benefit from malate. So that's the magnesium family. Now listen, you can get way off in a ditch trying to figure out and do it. Like go to examine.com and put whatever magnesium, for instance, that you're curious about in there and see what comes up. And those are all, again, this is all evidence-based science research, and they'll tell you, oh, it's crap or no, it's great. Okay. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Number 3 is omega-3 fatty acids. This is talk to your doctor, but everyone should pretty much be on this. It has powerful anti-inflammation properties, brain health, cardiovascular support, mood regulation. So omega-3s are very, very important. I'm going quick, but you really need to hear me say that. Check with your doc and then get a good magnesium 3. And in the email, I'll give you some brands that I personally take and can vet for you. Because fish oil, you better believe I fought for a good brand because I was the fish burper. It's disgusting, and it can ruin your day. If you have a cheap fish oil that you take and you taste fish all day long, forget about it. So I'll put that in the email. B complex vitamins, a vitamin. This is not just B12 by itself or B6 by itself. This is all of the Bs in one family. This is another one that I take. And it honestly, again, with anxiety, it pretty much cut my anxiety by 3/4. So what I was B12 deficient, started taking the Bs in a complex all together, and it fixed my issues. So B12 is all about energy production, stress management, cognitive function, hormone metabolism. So if you've got issues, go get blood work and see where your B12 is, or all your B's are. Probiotics is another one I take, and I'll put my brand in the email. This again changed my life. I had IBS my whole life, basically. My mother died from a gut issue very, very suddenly. So I have a history. My probiotic got rid of my IBS. No gut issues. I'm lactose intolerant, but so if I eat ice cream, I die, but the probiotic fixed everything else. So probiotics are all about introducing healthy bacteria to your gut. So gut health, hormone metabolism, because a lot of hormones are connected and metabolized. Your gut is really, really involved in that stuff. So hormone metabolism, immune function, and inflammation reduction. Isn't that powerful? Okay, questions? None yet. They come in so delayed. Hi, Chrissy. Okay. And Stacy Harris. Hey, girl. Okay, let's roll. Collagen. Okay, here's collagen. Collagen is a huge influencer, MLM thing, right? We see it all the time. And it drives me crazy that it's all these 25-year-olds going, my skin is just so terrible. And we're like, what? No. So I'm not going to buy collagen from a 22-year-old complaining about her wrinkles. But what you do need to know, and I've recommended my brand, Ancient Nutrition. I just dropped my paper. But collagen is, even though it's MLM, influencers, 22-year-olds selling it, when you find a good brand, which I'll recommend some, grab it and take it every day, because it's one of the only supplements that, and I said this in the last video, that actually does what it says it does. Not bone. Hold on. I'm distracted because I dropped my paper. And I'm in my guest room because I'm renovating my office, and it literally looks like it got hit by a tornado. It's terrible. Hold on. So, collagen. I just popped up. Collagen. It's about joint. The way it does joint health is just holding all that tissue, the tendons, the ligaments around it, stable and strong, and because listen, as you age, stupid estrogen decreases and ligaments and tendons can start to tear and get weak. So collagen helps with that stuff. Collagen helps with, here we go, skin elasticity, joint health, connective tissue support. That's what I'm talking, all around your joints, as your estrogen declines. So collagen's a good one. You need that paired with vitamin C. So the reason I recommend Ancient Nutrition Collagen is because it has the vitamin C in there for metabolism's sake, and you don't have to take 2 pills. So question, Stacy needs the list. Yep, send me your email. Becca Boo, what's your take on reducing cortisol? I'm going to get to that. Okay, Becca Boo, drop me your email and you'll get all the information. Okay, you ready? Collagen, peptides, creatine. All right, listen, I got to swipe right so I can't see your comments because this is a little bit complex. Creatine is all about muscle mass preservation. It is about all of these things. Like, they have figured out that creatine affects positively your neurology, your brain health, so much so that they are now giving it to dementia patients and Alzheimer's patients. They are giving it to geriatric patients in nursing homes for sarcopenia, to prevent muscle loss. So, and there's a myriad of ways that it's healthy menopause support. So listen to me. This is the thing about creatine. It is a bullet that we all should just be biting. The reason I say it like that is because it can come with gut issues if you're not taking a good brand, or you're taking too much. And listen, it also can make the number on the scale go up. It is not because you're going to get flubby cellulite water weight. It draws water actually into the muscle cell itself. So it just has so many benefits. And I'm going to be honest, I go on and off of it because it can make you feel heavy. But listen, if it's going to prevent and help with brain health issues and, muscle loss as we age, because dumb old estrogen is sabotaging us, then we should all be taking it. You do not need very much. That's the bottom line. Usually if there's gut issues, you're taking as much as I did when I was bodybuilding type thing. So you don't need as much as a high level athlete. You just need enough to prevent muscle loss. And again, email. Questions on creatine. Okay. Stacy, would you DM me that email? They get buried in comments. Okay, ready? Calcium with K2. Now, this is all about bone density issues. This is about proper utilization of calcium with K2. That's what the K2, similar to collagen with vitamin C, calcium with K2. They are metabolized best together. And calcium also in cardiovascular protection. Your heart has and functions with what is called the potassium. What is it? The potassium. Anyway, it helps heart actual function. So that's essential. There's a pump. It's called, you can tell I've left the hospital 3 years ago. Either way, nurses remind me of what that pump is called. But it functions on calcium and potassium. So yes, heart health function. Lily says, my kids take it before a workout, so their muscles look bigger after a workout. Creatine. Yes. Yeah. So you could go for it. Girl, you girls can start going to the gym and look bigger when you come out. Okay. Now, the last one that I'll say is multivitamin. Now, you can develop your own opinion about it. Even the science community has their own opinions about it that are diverse, the good ones. Even the good scientists are like, I don't know. I take a multivitamin. And the reason why is because you always hear people say, you just pee it out. Well, no, listen, let's say you're taking a multivitamin that has D3 in it and you are ridiculously D3 deficient, your body isn't going to pee that out. Your body's going to extract what it needs and then pee the rest out. So I take a multivitamin to kind of fill any kind of gaps. That's my theory. You do you. So, let's see, Candy. With the list that you're going to email, will there be times of day to take each thing? Yeah, I can do that. A lot of them, it doesn't matter as much, but like I take my glycinate, my magnesium glycinate at night. I do my omega, my fish oil with a heavier meal like lunch or dinner because you need that food to not be fishy. So yeah, I can do that. Chrissy says a multivitamin on top of all the rest of the ones you listed, or is it inclusive? No, take a multivitamin on its own. So yeah, so like if you're D3 deficient, take a D3 and a multivitamin. If you are, B12 deficient, take a multivitamin. Because again, your body, it'd be really hard to OD taking a multivitamin if you're, you know what I'm saying? So but ask your doctor. I don't know what your blood work says. And I don't know what multivitamin you're buying or what 1,000% it has in there. So there's a lot of variables. I take my multivitamin in addition to my fish oil, in addition to my B12 complex. That's what I do. How much D3 are you taking daily? I don't take D3 because I'm outside all the time running and, whatever. So, but I can put you need to talk to your doctor about that because so many people are so deficient that you'll get a prescription with your amount. That's how bad it is in the States. Is it the magnesium you recommend? Is it multiple of the mags? No, it's not a magnesium complex, but, which means they dump them all into one, product. But you can buy those if you're sure you need all those. But again, glycinate kind of relaxes me, so I don't want to take that when I'm trying to work. So let's go over it real quick. D3, the 3 magnesiums, glycinate, threonate, and malate, omega-3 fatty acids, the B complex vitamins, a probiotic, collagen, peptides, creatine, and calcium with K2, and then a multivitamin if you want. Now, here are some quick secondary recommendations that have been proven by science to affect the issue that they're targeting, that they're designed to target. You ready? Adaptogenic herbs. Adaptogens are herbs that just kind of fill in the gaps. Honestly, I'll go for an adaptogen before I'll go for a prescription on something. So like if I don't want to talk about anxiety so much today, I'm fine. But let's say for anxiety, before I ever would go on anxiety medication, which I never have because I didn't like the way it made me feel, I'll go for something adaptogenic like the following. And these aren't specific to anxiety, but they have been proven to help the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. Ashwagandha, which if I take ashwagandha, I might as well be drunk. Like it is powerful for my body. And rhodiola. Rhodiola especially is a great supplement if you're super symptomatic with your menopause stuff. So those two are about stress response, hormone balance, and whoever asked, I think it was Becca, lowering your cortisol. So those are, listen to me say this, those are the two that have, and there's probably more, but these are the prominent two that have been probably the most studied that prove that they help to lower cortisol. Now, let me coach you. And I said this, I think I said it last video, last week, or I don't know, a million times since. There is not enough rhodiola in the world to replace your good habits. So if you stay frantic and you stay stressed out and you're not sleeping, you can take all the ashwagandha and rhodiola in the pharmacy and it's not going to do what you think it's going to do. So again, these are supplements. So very, very often, you know, the majority of my clients that come in are still very, very high level, active, busy, working women. Not all of them, but I'd say at least half. And when they first come to me, their habits are a hot mess because they have so much responsibility on them. And if you think for 1 second, I'm going to give them a pill like rhodiola instead of teaching them how to live a balanced life, you're wrong. So we in my program and my life, the way that I know works is you must fix the problem first with the things you have power over. Fix your sleep, fix your schedule, do what you can, and then supplement with an adaptogen. Does that make sense? Is that so mean? Tell me if you are mad at me about that. But that's just the way that, that's the way you get away from trying to live a crazy, unhealthy life and just popping pills. It's no way to live. So, rhodiola spelling is as follow. RHODIOLA. Again, it'll be in the email. Second one is CoQ10 ubiquinol. So this is a compound, I had to kind of really study this. This is a compound that our body makes naturally that helps with mitochondria, with cell energy. It's in every cell of your body. However, so it's especially in the heart, it's especially in the muscles, it's especially in the brain. As we age, the levels of this compound decline. So therefore, the mitochondrial support, the energy support declines. So, and therefore our heart health, our brain health, our muscle health declines. And guess what? It's all related to estrogen. So again, talk to your doctor, but CoQ10 ubiquinol is great for energy production at the cellular level. Okay. And here's the last one I'll add real quick. I don't want to keep you forever, but is berberine. Now, berberine, if we are not careful, can fall into the category of, oh, I heard I can lose a ton of weight if I just start taking berberine. No, You're not. I mean, you might see some reduction, but not if you keep eating at Wendy's. So listen to me. Berberine has been proven that it does have an impact on metabolic health, your metabolism. It can help if you are insulin resistant. So it is given, and wisely so, to a lot of pre-diabetics and diabetics by their physicians lately, which I love. Thank God. Maybe American physicians are waking up. I think they are. So, and then healthy weight maintenance. So look into berberine if you want to, but if you are within the sound of my coaching voice, you are going to learn how to eat all of your favorite foods. I want you to enjoy your food. Enjoy whatever food you want. Enjoy your life, but you must learn, and I will teach you how to do all that and still maintain a healthy weight with great blood work. It's not magic. It's science. I promise you. That's why my clients succeed. We are applying science, establishing good habits. So, if you want to look into berberine, do it, but just be very aware that if you have things to fix and you know it, that's where you need to start. Okay? I feel mean today. Very, it's because I'm passionate about the fact that our generation was just inundated with the diets. And as soon as we have something in a bottle, I feel like we can regress, and that's not what I want for my girls. I want you empowered and skilled and knowledgeable so that you can live a healthy life on your own. So, let's see. Now, what we're going to do is go very quickly through how to spot a gimmick. You probably already know a lot of these, but let's roll. Too good to be true. If it's using words like melt, it's going to melt your fat, it's crap. We talked about that last week. Promises for overnight transformation. How about weird things like, I heard a guy say that you could lose weight. He literally said this. I was in the shower listening to YouTube talk, and a commercial came on, and he said, if you cook your potatoes in some certain way, you'll lose weight. I was like, what? That's not even a good lie. So anyway, too good to be true. It's not true. It's bottom line. Now, too good to be true. You can lose 40 pounds on this pill by, September. It might be true, but you'll gain it all back. It's bottom line. That's who I serve, are the women, including myself, who've been victims of that. So if it's too good to be true, it's either a total lie or it's just not sustainable. Okay. The language proprietary blend, that means they don't have to tell you what's in it. We talked about that last video. Go watch that video if you haven't. It was so fun to do. Trends versus truth. We exposed all this. So stay away from proprietary blends. Celebrity endorsements only. No, I mean, what does she know? What does he know? Nothing. Now, if you have a celebrity with a scientist that's squared away, then yeah. Targeting female problems with, there is this, female issues. Take this pill and all your female problems will go away. Wouldn't that be great? But listen, so if you have a kind of like a blanket statement with no evidence about female issues or any other generality, leave it. A single study support. So when I say evidence-based science, there are qualifications and statistics that have to be met for the number of studies, the number of people in the studies, who did the studies, rats or humans, that kind of thing. So there's all these variables that are absolutely essential. So one single study of 12 girls saying, oh, I loved it. That's not a study. Mega doses, be careful because you want to avoid excess. Your kidneys and your liver have to process this stuff. So watch for megadoses. Anything that says detox or cleanse, your liver is your detox system. So you don't need it. It doesn't need a pill to help it do what God designed it to do. So it's exploiting. Usually a detox means that we feel guilty that we've overdone it, and we want a pill to kind of get us reset. It's not possible. Sometimes in my coaching, I've used the word detox when I talk about sugar. And what I mean is like, let's just get off of sugar and get rid of all that inflammation, right? But when they're selling it in pill form as a cleanse or a detox, it simply isn't necessary. It's bottom line. Okay, comments. Becca, you are taking a holistic approach. Love that. Always. Body, mind, and spirit. Yep. Okay, ready? Megadoses Detox Cleanse requires additional purchases. Enough said. Don't let them bait and switch you. And this is the test that I use all the time because I do get hit up a lot with women who say, have you heard about this? I've lost 10 pounds and I'm eating exactly the way I did. And then I want to, it makes me angry if I'm honest. And the last time that this happened, I always absorb it. I always explain my position. And then in my head, and sometimes I'll share it with her if she's open to learning from me. Usually though, if they're in that frenetic, like passionate, like it's working, then I just know that they're not teachable right now. So I just let it go and explain where my position is. Now, but here's the ultimate test that I always give it. If it's this good, why isn't it changing the whole world? Right? We have it's higher. It's almost 90% of Americans are obese and suffering from metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, diabetes, all the things, right? If your little serum that you're putting in your coffee once in the morning is magically letting you eat whatever you want and lose a ton of weight all of a sudden, why aren't we giving it to our cardiac patients who weigh 400 pounds? You know what I'm saying? So if it is touting all of this stuff, if the product is saying crazy things, then ask yourself, then why hasn't the medical and the science community jumped on this, studied it to death, and using it for their patients? You understand what I'm saying? So I call that the world changer test. And really, everything fails, trust me. And lastly, no clear ingredient list. You need to look on the back of that and see exactly what's in that product. Now, any comments or questions from anybody? The last thing I'll give you is a drink of water. Are y'all staying hydrated? I hope you are. Carry your bucket with you everywhere you go. I have one for the car. I have one for the house. I had a client tell me this last week that she's in the beginning of her program, so she's learning to stay hydrated. And her strategy is to, I love it so much, is to have water everywhere. She has one in the kitchen. She has one in her office. She has one in the car. So yeah, do whatever it takes. Now, here we go. The last most important thing, how to know that this is a good product. Here's what you look for. You ready? Third party tested. That's essential. Now, Thorne, I am so disappointed. They're trying to this is a great big company, THORNE, and they're reputable. They're the only ones paired with the FDA, which I'm not really sure that's a credible thing. But either way, it's a massive billion-dollar company that does not do third-party testing, and I don't get it. And they want me to come on board and be one of their reps, and I won't do it. And so this is why a third party comes along in between the, it's like the scientists, the developers, and then they come along and test it and say, okay, this is legit or heck no. So you're going to look for USP. Again, I'll put in the email, or NSF, or Consumer Lab. So you'll see third party tested and Consumer Lab. So that's number one. Number two, USP is like United States Pharmacopoeia. So it's just the name of the companies that do this. Clear ingredient amounts. It doesn't, you need to know how many milligrams of whatever is in the product is in there, or grams. So clear ingredient amounts, minimal fillers. You don't need a bunch of sugar and, additives in any product. I figured out at one point that how you love your gummies? I'm like, I love my multivitamin gummy. It's 15 calories and 6 grams of sugar. And I'm like, what? I don't want 15 calories wasted on dumb gummies, right? Yeah. So just look, I didn't read and I didn't, I knew the brand and I'd been taking it for a while. And then all of a sudden I'm like, these are delish. And I read the label and I was like, geez. So, minimal fillers, appropriate dosages, Again, we talked about that. No artificial colors or flavors. That's essential. Like, why do we need that? We don't. And then actually too, I want to tell you that if you can take a soft gel or a liquid, that's more readily metabolized than a pill. So the reason I thought of that is because of you, Chrissy. Like, there's a lot of people that just pills are, there's a few where I can't hardly get them down. So if you do soft gels or elixirs, it's metabolized more quickly. And then obviously look for your expiration dates. So that is a big, like, boom. I just gave you a ton of information and I know that. But as soon as these videos get too long, people just kind of check out. So what you can do is watch me on high speed. I don't know if you know that's a possibility. You can speed me up. So do that, and then DM me your email. Don't put it in the comments because there'll be tons of comments in the replays and stuff, and they get lost. So if you want to get on my email list, DM it to me, and I'll get you right in there, and you'll start getting a weekly. There's several in a week if I'm not crazy busy. And then tidbits like this. So last comments, last questions. I want so much for you to be empowered and to know we're doing, oh shoot, 4th of July, you ready? You are going to show up to your 4th of July party having moved and having eaten. That's the main strategy to go to your 3 o'clock party or whatever it's going to be. We are not burning off the fat before we go to the 4th of July party. We're earning calories. So if you can go for a run or a walk or whatever, do some sort of movement and earn back 100 calories, that's 100 calories of banana pudding. You know what I'm saying? So that's first. I want you to move and I want you to show up not hungry. If you show up really hungry, you're going to lose your mind. Hungry girls do not make good decisions. I've always taught that. So, and hydrated. You don't want to show up with a headache, grouchy, with brain fog, and hungry. It's over. So show up composed, having done those 3 things. The 4th thing I want to tell you is watch your portions. I want you to eat whatever you want. It is a party. It is a holiday. You are with your family. I don't want you to be the weirdo eating lettuce and water in the corner. That's dumb. What I do want you to do is learn how to show up a little bit full and then taste everything. Like, just get a little bit of the things that you know would add weight to you if you lose your mind, right? You can always go back for more, which leads me to the 5th thing, which is your one-liner. I've always taught, and it started with myself, I had to develop a one-liner. If you are with if you have a family or you hang out with people that my friend Sandy calls food pushers, then and you show up with your plate that is reasonably, with a reasonable amount of portions, and they are eating like truckers, and they comment on what you're doing, then have your one-liner. Mine is, oh, I'll go back for more, don't you worry. And they're like, oh, good. She's going to be bad with me, right? So just have your one-liner. Another one I always am in my head, I always say, like, go away, Bob. Go eat your own trucker food. So just be prepared to answer people. You are not on a diet. This is how healthy people eat, period. We eat what we want in the right amounts. You can eat like a trucker. Stop commenting on my plate. Last, I want to tell you, if you blow it, it is a learning opportunity. Why did you blow it? Did you show up angry, hungry, tired? There's all kinds of variables that we can go over if you feel like you lost your mind again. So that can be a set of skills that you show up and practice. My clients, 4th of July, they're not logging, they're practicing what I'm teaching them, and they're all killing it. So that's your 4th of July plan. Okay? If there are no other comments or questions, which I don't see them, let me go. But know that I love you. I pray for you every single day. I'm here for questions. Always just DM me. I answer, and I give free consults all the time. I'm your coach. I have paying clients, but I've got you too, and I love you, and I want you to succeed. So use me. I love it so much. This is what God put me on the earth to do, and I'm great at it, and I'm here to help you get healthy. That's my bliss. So you girls have a great 4th of July, and I will see you on the other side.